Hi all, welcome to my channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Mods, and today guys we're going to be working on our Enterprise D build. So we are going to do stage 59 of Build the Enterprise D, and it's a mixed bag of things. So we're going to start one of the first lower deck panels, but we're not putting it onto the saucer section. We have got some LED work to do in the saucer section, and then we're working on the warp nacelle as well. So bit of a mixed bag of what's coming today, but I'm really looking forward to it because it's nice to start the lower saucer section. Even though we're not putting the panel on, it's still great to start it. It's another chapter in this build. Anyway, let's get started today. So with all that said, let's get modelling.
Program complete. Enter when ready.
Okay guys, stage 59, here we go, and this is our first deck panel for the lower saucer section. We need to get this out. I'm going to keep that because I'm going to try and store that in after. What we need to do is we've got to put some windows in here. Now we've got two black ones and two clear ones. So we're going to put the clear black ones in. Now these can only go in one way. If you put them in that way, they're not going to fit. But if we turn them around, they fit perfectly. So we need to make sure we do that on these. And I believe all the ones on the lower saucer section are going to be like this. Which for me is fine. Now I'm not using any tape on this one because there's actually no direct LEDs going into this like we did with the top panels. So once we've done that, we need to bring over this piece here. So this is like a reflective panel. Now I'm just seeing how they want this to be put on. So this has got a little notch in and wants to be put on like without things coming off. This is why I use the masking tape method. I thought it might be just a bit easier to do it this way. Okay, so that little notch there needs to be facing down towards the screws, and it wants us to screw that in with 2 AM screws. So I'll get 2 out ready. Now I'm just going to test, just for my own thing, what this would be like if we were to put it on the other way. No, it's definitely this way. Okay, so let's get these in. Okay, that's one in. And that's 2 in. Fantastic. That's what that should look like. Okay, next what we need to do is we need to put the phaser array on. And that's just going to go onto there. Just like that. And then we're screwing that in with 2 CP screws this time. Because we are going into plastic. That's one in there. And one in there. Okay, turning this back over, we've got some emitter pads to put in. Transport emitter. Now I have painted these just to give a little bit more detail to them. And I am next week going to show all the sorts of mods I'm doing for this build, or done so far. That's one in there. Because these were like a peachy colour, and I don't think that was correct. Okay, so just sticking them down, just moving them in position. Okay, that is in there like so, and that's what that should look like. So that's finished work on that. Let's see if I can put it back in here. Yeah, so that's nice and safe going forward. Okay, now next it does ask us to move on to the saucer section, but I'm not going to do that now. I'm going to wait to do that last. But what I'm going to work on now is our water nacelle. So, we need to bring this across that we've been working on. And what we simply need to do is we need to attach these two wires. So, oh, and we also need to put in the formation light, which is this here. So, put in that formation light. Now, it has got a flat edge that can only go in one way, which is like that. Okay, so we need to attach these two wires together now from the battery box going to the LED board. And then literally, somehow, without that formation light falling out, which it just has done, sandwich these together. I'm just wondering, maybe it might be easier to pop that in with a little bit of micro crystal clear, wait for it to go a little bit tacky, then put this together. So I think I'm going to pause the camera and do that now. So, back in a sec.
Eventually.
Okay, so I stuck that in with some micro crystal clear. So there shouldn't be a problem now. It's tacky, it hasn't gone off fully because it does take about 24 hours to dry, to the point that it's fully dried. But it'll be enough so I can lift this up and we can put this into place. Just keep an eye on where that LED wire is going. Do not want to get that trapped. And then try and enclose this to get that, which that has done beautifully. Okay, still a little bit there, but I think the screws will probably hold that down, I hope. Let me just double check that. I'm terrible at this because I don't want any wires to get trapped, and I can kind of see one where the hole for the screw for the battery supply to go into, and that's a little bit better. Okay, so we need to screw this in, and that is with 3 CP screws. 3? Yes, 3. So I'm going to work here first of all. And that has instantly actually sorted out that bit of a gap I was getting. Okay, so that is in place. So next thing would be, we would take this and we would cover this like so. Now, I'm not going to put mine on because we haven't put batteries in this yet and tested it. So I'm actually going to leave that off because what if there's a problem? I mean, come on, you know, it's a bit of common sense really, that why would you put that on now, covering up the screw holes when we hadn't even tested the electrics. So I'm leaving that off, and I will put it on once I'm 100% happy how this has gone. So what I need to do now is I need to stop the camera because we need to bring the saucer section down, and we need to finish off what we were this stage. So back in a sec.
A few moments later.
Okay, so here we are with our saucer section. Now, what it wants us to do is it wants us to get this bulb. Now, for you, if you're doing this the normal way, this would be bulb. This one is O1U, so it's actually from issue 1. Now this, the other bulb on this would have gone to power the vent at the top, but I actually rerouted it to power the arboretum, which is back here. So, but we've still got the spare bulb. Now what it wants us to do, it wants us to pass this underneath here, coming around here, this square little bit here, and okay, I think that's where it's wanting us to do this. And then what it's asking us to do, and this is a little bit, okay, it wants us to basically split these two wires so we're more or less giving the wire like that, the LED, sorry, being careful with that. Then where's it wanting this to go? So it's going to go here, I believe. Okay. Yes, because they've got it. Right, so this is literally going to go over there like that and sit on this little platform here. And try and show you this. I have not used this camera in a long time, but if I go to the side camera, you can just see down into here. So this is going to sit on this little platform here. And then we've got like a bracket that we're going to keep it in place with. So let's go back to the top camera and I'll show you on that little side camera what I mean after. So we need that, and we need an AM screw getting ready. This is going to be rather fiddly keeping this in place while you put this little bracket on that's going to keep it in place, but we've got to get used to this because this is going to be the new way of holding LEDs on the bottom saucer section. Right, let's cut it. Right, that's tightened it. That, I believe, is in place. So, if I go back to the side camera again, there we have, bit out of focus, come on, focus. There we have the LED, and then the little bracket holding it in place. Let's see if it works. So Make sure things are on. Where's the switch? And there you can see it's working. Okay, fantastic. I'll go back to the top camera. Okay, and that's it. That's all there is to do in this issue, or this stage. Fantastic bit of work. Now, I am going to do something because I kind of want to see how this goes. So this bracket here, I believe, is going to fit on there. So that's going to fit on there, and the light from that is going to illuminate this up, which it kind of does when I look at it. But we can't put this piece on until we've got this piece here in the next stage. But that is all there is to do in this stage. That was really, really nice stage to do. I'm really impressed. Like I said, I will put this on once we've tested the nacelle with the batteries. But that again is going to be in a later stage. They really seem to be finishing this nacelle out a little bit, but that's just my personal opinion. Still love the build and everything about it. So that is stage 59 complete. Well guys, that's it for the US Enterprise D. Thank you for watching. That was thoroughly enjoyable. Just going to have to get used to that new way of putting in the lower section, well, lower saucer LEDs. I do know we have an issue coming up where we have about 4 of them, 3 or 4 of them to put in. So yeah, I need to get practicing on them, but it might be a little bit easier than what we have been doing, which is sticking the LEDs in the panel, and oh goodness me. We'll wait and see. Anyway, if you like this video, please could you give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell, and you'll be notified of any future videos. But as for always, stay safe and bye for now.